me down and do cardiovascular. I'll take a listen to his, sorry, make sure I write yourself. Alright. You want to feel it on your knees?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. Oh, you know what I didn't do with your nose? Totally forgot about this, but real quick with the nose, when Casey, right before he smelled the alcohol swab, normally I would check both nares. I'm just thinking about it, looking at his nose right now. Normally I would have him check each nostril just for equal clarity. I did forget that, so that goes on the nose one. So as far as his chest, just when he was sitting up, I had already looked at his chest. Skin looks good, a couple maculas, no big deal. I had already palpated his chest from the front. So what I'll do is just take a listen to his heart, and so we'll listen to a couple different places. I'll listen apically. Normally I would, in my normal assessments, I would listen to someone's heart at work for their apical heart rate, and I always compare that to the monitor just to make sure that it's reading the same thing. But also in addition to that, I would listen to the pulmonic area, which is the second to the left intercostal space. I would do Herb's point, and then I would do the tricuspid, which is the fourth and fifth intercostal space, and then the apical, which is the fifth space all on the left side, and then so that would be the 5 points that I would listen to around his heart. And then after that, I would probably go ahead at that point and listen to, just listening over top of all of his organs, just to make sure that there's no rubs or any friction rubs that I would hear. So we would listen over the iliac area, the renal area. What is this? Your femoral pulses, but I'm gonna admit that one just because he's 18 and that'd be awkward to have his mom dig around his groin. Wouldn't it be? I'm just gonna take a listen. So go apical. So his aorta is on the right side, apical, pulmonic, Herb's point, and tricuspid. Casey has a great heart rate, it's nice and slow. So at this point I would probably just check his pulses head to toe. So we would go with his temporal, his radial, brachial, post-popliteal, post-tibial, and his pedal pulses. Oh, I'm not in the video. So we would do the pulses along the whole area. It's just, that's what I meant to do. I meant to lower the camera after you lay it down. There we go. Is that better? What did we do? I feel like we're still too high. I can't go any lower. We're on the mantle. All right. So after we're done with the cardiovascular and listen to his heart, we would go to the abdomen. With the abdomen, always want to auscultate first before you do any palpations or any any pushing. Any pushing. That's not the right word. So anyway, do you have any tummy problems right now?
No.
No, nothing's tender. So I would kind of bend down flat and look at his belly just to make sure Everything looks nice and flat. I can't tell if I'm in this video. I think my head's being cut off.
Yeah, there's a little bit.
How did we do this? Did we back it up last time? Does that help? I think the table's moved from where it was. That just made it
Let's
worse.
put it right back on the spots that were stuck in the
How
ground.
did we...
Mm.
Having some malfunctions. My head's cut off. Sorry, I'll just bend over. So normally I would look flat at his belly. His no viscosity is noted on his skin. His umbilicus is nice and flat. It doesn't look herniated. He does have a very light hair pattern that would be common in males. So in listening to so we would listen to all 4 quadrants of his abdomen and starting with the right lower quadrant and moving up before we do any palpation or percussion. That's the word I'm looking for. Having trouble. Ow. And also I'll listen to after I do the bowel sounds, I'll listen over your organs to see if we hear any friction rub. And we could go as much as 3 to 5 minutes to each quadrant if you're not feeling or hearing any bowel sounds at all, but he feels good. He sounds good. So next we would percuss his abdomen, starting down low. Sounds really tympanic until you get over top of an organ and again, or on top of a bone even, and then even then it sounds kind of dull. Alright, sounds good. So no tenderness?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So now I would listen over top of the organs for friction rubs. So go over the aortic. And iliac. And again, I'm going to omit the femoral. So at this point, we would palpate his organs. Oh no, actually, I want to measure let's measure your liver first. So with the liver, we're going to start at the belly button. It's a good belly button umbilicus.
Tickles.
I know, sorry. Maybe I should just raise it up a smidgen. I feel like my head's going to be cut off this entire video, but then you can't see what I'm doing. How's that?
Is there any way to tilt it?
Tilt the camera?
Mm-hmm.
Thought it knocking over now. I know. We didn't have this problem. I feel like we tried to record it earlier and it was not so good, but... See what I'm doing? Yeah, I guess you can see what I'm doing. It's better than it was. So we'll go over from the belly button, come on over towards the rib cage. Now, when we're palpating, we want to listen. Yeah, we're going for the bottom portion first. So we're going to go from tympany. Tympany would change to dullness over the liver.
Found it.
Found it. And then we would go from the 4th intercostal space and make our way down and go from resonance to dullness. Sorry. Alright. And we are at 7 centimeters, which falls in between the 5 to 10 range. So we're good there. He's got a normal liver. we would next try to percuss the spleen. And I'm a little cautious with Casey just because he's been kind of run down lately. He's lost a little bit of weight. He hasn't been able to partake in cross-country practices because he's lost a lot of steam. And his coach is kind of concerned about him maybe having mono, which is another reason why we're going to the doctor tomorrow. So I don't, excuse me, I don't want to mess with his spleen too much. But normally you go over to his left flank and on the side you could percuss the spleen from there. But I'm a little cautious about messing around with his spleen too much just in case we're having problems. And also from percussion, then you would try to palpate it. And normally you wouldn't be able to palpate a spleen unless it was like a super thin female, or if it were enlarged. So, but you could test it. You could take your left hand under, just have him breathe normally and press firmly in. But I'm not going to go any further with that on him. But I will check his kidney on that side. We could do the same thing. You would reach around, take a deep breath in. I'm not going to do it on this side. I will do it on his right kidney. But then you would press down as he's exhaling, and you could capture the kidney in between your fingers and feel it. And you shouldn't feel any firmness. It should all be smooth edges. And so we'll do that on this side. And exhale. There it is. There it is. All right. Yeah. All right. And then as far as the liver, you could also catch the edge of the liver, usually on a thinner person, but Casey's pretty thin. But we'd have him do the same thing, but you'd be up underneath the rib cage. So you'd, on an inhalation, put positive pressure down, and on exhalation, go deeper and kind of down and forward under that rib cage, and you should be able to catch the edge of the liver. I'm a little cautious on doing that with Casey. So, all right. So that's that. Let's do movement.
Okay.
Musculoskeletal movement. Actually, you know what? While you're still laying down here, we can do, instead of doing the arms first, since he's already laying down, we'll do legs for musculoskeletal. Kind of out of order here. But first, with musculoskeletal, first I would check all of his joints. His shoulders, elbows, hands, fingers, knees, ankles, or just kind of look over his joints, make sure there was nothing grossly obvious going on, no bumps and lumps and disfigurement or problems. I would ask the patient if they were having any problems with any of their joints to be more aware of those. I would also feel them for heat and for swelling and for redness or any other kind of sign that would make me think that they had some sort of infection or something going on like arthritis or whatever. So while he's laying down, I'll just have him do his legs first, and then we'll sit up and do the rest. But so with I'll have Casey, let's bring your legs straight up. So that's flexion. Bring your knee to your chest. And this would be range of motion for his hips. So go ahead and try to pull your knee up to your chest. Okay, and then push against me. Do the same thing with your leg, straight out. Try to bring it up. Good. And then same thing, bringing it down. We would also do range of motion. I know you can't really see it, but we would do range of motion on his ankles. So go ahead and roll your ankles around. Good. And flex your feet. So we'll do inversion and exversion. What?
The camera's like
Oh, not even on you. I'm looking at you. Sorry. So you would kind of roll your ankles like you were going to stand to the insoles of your feet and then take them to the outside. That's inversion and exversion. Abduction and adduction, you would bring your foot in and crisscross it over. That would be adduction, and abduction would be bringing it out. Right.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I need to look at the camera, not you. Okay. Got that straight. Okay, go ahead and sit up on the side of the bed. a couple things that we didn't do that I figured we'd incorporate it with the range of motion. When we were doing the neck, I didn't do range of motion with his neck because I figured to just do range of motion with everything else. So we'll start with your head and your neck. So can you tip your head forward? Tip your head back. That's flexion and extension. And then hyperextension is all the way back. Can you tip your head from side to side? And then side to side. Alright, we're going to do all that against resistance. So try to tip your head back. Good. Can you tip your head forward? Good. From side. Good. To side. Perfect. We did shoulders already, but again, you can lift your shoulders up and we'll test the strength there. Alright, so with your arms, we'll do, this is flexion, and this is hyperextension. Let's see, this one is, oh, I've already forgotten what this one is. Internal rotation and external rotation. And then we'll do abduction and adduction. Okay, so bring your arms up. Ooh. Try to resist. Bring them down behind you. Resist. Okay, bring them up behind your head for internal rotation. Good. Behind you for external rotation. Ooh, my hair in and out. Gross. And then we'll do with your arms, biceps. So curl your arms in, flexion, extension. Try to resist, pull it in. Okay, flex your arm, and I'll try to pull it out. Good. With your hands. So let's see, put your hands up like you're saying stop. This is flexion, extension. Fingers, same thing, flexion, extension. Bring them out, bring them together. Okay, try to keep them together, try to separate them out. Good, and then bring them out, I'll try to separate them in. Good, I know, flex them, I'm going to try to resist, and bring them up. Your stomach muscles flex. That's funny. Can you do, just for dexterity, can you touch all your fingers and then touch the palm here? Good. Alright. There's something else I want to do with your fingers. Grips. Grab my grips. Oh, alright. Grips are equal strength. Oh, I know what it was. The ulnar and radial, radial and ulnar deviation. There we go. Radial and ulnar deviation. So with your, along with your hips, just for range of motion, can you cross your legs like a girl? Go ahead and do that on the other side. Okay. And then can you extend your leg for your knees? Test on your knees. Go ahead and extend and bring them back down. So I'm going to try to pull them back. Good. And with your legs straight out. I'm going to try to push it down. Good. And we already did feet with flexing and rolling the ankles and checking strength against that. Go ahead and pop up. I'm going to move this table backwards a little bit. Let's see. Real quick, from the side, can you bring your leg back for hyperextension? Good. Alright. So now we'll just check neuro exam. Are we still in the video? Back up just a smidgen. Stupid table. Alright. So, the next one would be Romberg's test. So can you just close your eyes and stand and you're not swaying enough to make sure you won't. No problem with balance at all whatsoever. Let's do the finger to nose test, keeping your eyes closed. Can you touch your finger to your nose? do the other side. Okay, with your eyes closed still. Okay, can you put your hand out, put your eyes, no, close your eyes. This is stereogenosis.
It's a key.
Alright,
Yay.
yay. And then I'm gonna write a number on your hand. Try to do this upside down. Yeah.
Was that a real number?
That was the number.
Really?
Really? Alright, we'll go with an easier one.
That's an 8.
Yeah. That's the
Sound like you're drawing an S the first time.
graphesthesia. I sound like an idiot. I don't. Okay, so we're gonna. Oh, I didn't do. Stop. What was this one called? Supination and pronation with your hands. When we did hands earlier, supination and pronation. So can you do this on your legs quickly? Checking for equal. Okay, and then the heel to toe test. And take your heel and run it down your leg to your toe.
Am I supposed to be close to this one?
No, you're open.
Cool.
Alright, and let me get you to walk towards me, heel toe. I don't want to get in the way here. Walk towards me, heel toe. Back and balance.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Alright, go ahead and let's have a seat one more time. We've got a couple more things to do. So, where's my Q-tip? Alright, so what we'll do now is, are we in screen? Well, ooh, sorry.
Probably wouldn't be able to move it with me on there.
You think?
I do.
So the next one we're going to do is just test your dermatomes here and see how they are. We'll do, this is soft, and this is sharp. And so what I want you to do is have you close your eyes, and we'll kill two birds with one stone. We're going to do the like soft to touch one and also location. So I'm going to ask him to tell me whether it's soft or sharp, and then where it is on his body that I'm doing it. So that way we can do two tests at once. Oh, turn it.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Soft on my left bicep. Soft on my right chest.
That was my knuckle.
Oh, whoops. Pointy on my right bicep.
There you go.
Soft on the inside of my leg, pointy in the same spot. Soft on the inside of my left leg, sharp on my chest.
Okay, good. And then, let's see, we're going to do the vibration. So, with this one, I think it's a Weber's. No, Weber's was the one we did on your head. This is just a vibration test. So what I'll do is have Casey close his eyes, and what I want you to do is tell me when you feel the vibration stop.
Okay. I didn't even feel it.
You didn't feel it?
Mm-mm.
Oh dear. Do you feel it?
Not really.
You don't feel the vibration?
Mm-mm.
Well, let me use a bigger one.
Oh yeah, now I feel that.
I had the wrong one.
And that's it. That's it.
Okay, good. And then we'll do reflex.
Put a pin in there.
I didn't, I glued it.
Oh, smart.
Works now. So what I'll do is test Casey for reflexes. We'll do, first we'll do the tricep. Figured this one was taking a while. Relax your arm, think about something else. You're feeling too much. No, there it goes. It jumped a little bit. And then we'll do his. So this is his bicep reflex. Ooh, I can feel it jumping. And then the, we did tricep, bicep. you. Something. I've forgotten the name of this one. Brachial, brachialis? Brachial radialis. There we go. Brachial radialis. Got it. There we go. A little jump. So we did the 3 on the arm, and then we'll do the patellar, and then we'll do the ankle jerk. Here we go. Go ahead and turn around. Let me do your foot. Oh, you know what I didn't do is range of motion on your upper body. Bend over and relax that leg. There we go. Let's jump a little bit. Let's stand up real quick. I forgot to do range of motion with your back and your body and your hips. So with your range of motion with your upper body and your back, can you bend from side to side? And can you twist without turning your hips? Twist your shoulders, everything up. Okay, and let me get you over behind you. Go ahead and bend all the way over, flex all the way over. And then while he's doing this, I would check for his spine, and it looks like it's in alignment, and no scoliosis noted. I think that's about it. The only thing, I was looking at him earlier when he was laying down, and I was looking at his eyes when he was blinking. He didn't have any eye lag. I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Anything I didn't do. I think that's it. So that completes my didactic assessment. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys. 57 minutes. Wow.